allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Doobie?
Yes.
Buck?
Yes.
Spangler?
Here.
Woolen?
Here.
Downey?
Here.
Phillips? Browning?
Here.
Sorry, shut that off.
Timing was good.
All those in favor of excusing Councilperson Wool from the last meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Any public comment? Guess not. All those in favor of approving the meeting minutes of last meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Correspondence?
There is a letter from representatives from Wellston Manor. They're going to do some renovations.
Any reports of committees?
No.
Any old business? Does anybody have any new business? Okay, legislation.
Third reading of resolution number 2026-05, a resolution authorizing the city to enter into an agreement to employ Joseph D. Kirby of the law firm of Cole Kirby and Associates LLC as attorneys for the city.
Any discussion? So I want to make a motion to.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Doobie?
Yes.
Bach?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Woolen?
Yes.
Downey?
Yes.
Browning?
Yes.
Second reading of resolution number 2026-07, a resolution by the council of the city of Wellston, Ohio, to approve the appointment of Heather Moeller by the mayor to the Wellston Planning and Zoning Board as an at-large member for the remainder of the term left vacant by Carl Dusher.
Any discussion?
First reading of resolution number 2026-08, a resolution awarding the water treatment plant chemical chlorine in accordance with the chief operator's letter of bid recommendation to Water Solutions.
Need a sponsor?
Spangler.
Any discussion?
First reading of resolution number 2026-09, a resolution awarding the water treatment chemicals aluminum sulfate bulk, and activated carbon in accordance with the chief operator's letter of bid recommendation to Sitco.
Sponsor?
Bach.
First reading of resolution number 2026-10, a resolution awarding the water treatment plant chemical hydrated lime bulk in accordance with the chief operator's letter of bid recommendation to Carmen's.
A sponsor?
Wool.
First reading of resolution number 2026-11, a resolution awarding the water treatment plant chemicals potassium permanganate, sodium bisulfite, and sodium fluorosilicate in accordance with the chief operator's letter of bid recommendation to Great Tech Mid-South.
Sponsor?
Spangler.
First reading of ordinance number 2026-12, an ordinance approving additional appropriations in certain line items of the fire fund from the fire fund carryover funds and declaring an emergency.
Need a sponsor?
Wool.
Need discussion?
That is the 212 account. That's what we call the fire levy account. If you remember, we designed that when we established the 1 mil levy. We wanted to ensure the voters that we would use that money for equipment. So that's how we fund our turnout gear. So every year we spend $10,000 to $15,000 a year to order turnout gear. So turnout gear has increased over the last 10 years. So what used to cost $10,000 now is $15,000. So when we did the budget this year, I missed the increase on that. So however, we have $8,000 in carryover in that fund that we can. So I want to move the $5,000 in there so I can get the gear ordered for the guys and gals.
Does it need to be an emergency?
I have 2 sets of gear that I have to replace immediately, so I'd like to be able to just order it. It's going to take a while to get here, but I can't order it if we don't have the funding there. So.
Gotcha.
I make a motion to suspend the rules.
Also second.
Doobie?
Yes.
Bach?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Woolen?
Yes.
Downey?
Yes.
Browning?
Yes.
I'll
Motion.
make a motion to adopt and pass.
Wool was second.
Doobie?
Yes.
Bach?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Woolen?
Yes.
Downey?
Yes.
Browning?
Yes.
First reading of ordinance number 2026-13, an ordinance approving additional appropriations in certain line items of the water fund from water fund carryover funds and declaring an emergency.
Need a sponsor?
Bach.
Downey.
Go ahead.
Downey?
Last year, we had 148 total water breaks. As of yesterday, we've had 54. We have went through a lot of supplies, way more than we thought. We've had 14 boil orders, 2 citywide. Last year at this time, we only had 4. So we've had leaks under railroad tracks. We've had a lot of major leaks. The one we had on 13th Street, we probably had $8,000 in parts in last month. We've just been hit hard. We just need to replenish what we got. So.
The cold weather this year, just that, we had such a long snap of it too, and we took a beating on our water lines this year. It's been a rough winter, so, we burned through parks at a shocking rate. We're not gonna make the rest of the year. We have stuff for right now, but we're not gonna make it the rest of the year if we don't move money.
Yeah. I don't question the need. I guess my question is, what's the carryover?
Oh, gosh, I should report a carryover amount.
Well, real quick, so that says 201 fire fund. I love the water guys, but I don't know. I don't know if I got 66,000 to give them, so. That says fire fund.
We got a typo in there, but,
We'll fix the typo.
okay.
Letting you know real quick.
We'll let this go another week, that way we get an answer. We won't do it as an emergency. We'll go another week and
Okay.
get you an answer on it.
Yeah, 'cause that'd be
I
my
should report, and I
question,
forgot to do it.
and I don't think I have the same question about the next one, but the water one, I definitely have a question
The
about.
carryover, and I'll tell you, I wanna give you an exact number, but
Sure.
it's up around 800,000 or 900,000, but I'll get you an exact number by next week, that way we have it.
Do we need somebody from the auditor's office here also for that conversation? I mean, somebody that has that.
We can do it, I can pull the numbers, but yeah. it's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
We
that's
can-
fine.
That's fine, I can ask them.
Sure, thank you.
First reading of ordinance number 2026-14, an ordinance approving additional appropriations in certain line items of the sewer fund from sewer fund carryover and declaring an emergency.
Need sponsor?
Bach.
Discussion.
This started back in December. Jeff Montgomery Way, we lost that major pump over there. We had to rent a 6-inch sewer pump. We ran it pretty much around the clock for 6 weeks. We had to have the pump rebuilt. I believe that number was around $26,000. So once we rebuilt that pump, we also had one at McGee Lane, the lift station. It went down, and we also lost one at Honeysuckle. They kind of run one to the other. We also have a couple sewer pumps we do not have a backup for anymore. So this is just to get us everything caught up, fixed, repaired.
The question on sewer is $1.5 million.
1.5 million.
That
one we can answer.
Yeah.
That one I didn't have as much of a question on.
That one I know,
just
that one we deal with a lot, but yeah, just $1.5 million.
Okay.
But yeah, I think water's down 800,000 or 900,000, but we can.
Does this need to be an emergency, or can that one go in the same boat?
Our fear for this one is if we lose any of those pumps, any other pump drops out right now, we don't have a backup.
We don't have a backup.
That's our fear. That's the only reason for the emergency is because we are, still good pumps that's in the ground right now, but
You never know.
And I'll give you an example. When the pump went down, we had to hire a local contractor, A to Z, to pump. And while they were pumping, to haul it out while we made the repairs was about $10,000. So I don't wanna eat that cost if we can spend that money in pumps.
if I have a pump sitting there, we can just drop it in, not go through.
What are pumps? What's the cost on a pump?
A pump can be anywhere from 7,000 to 30,000, depending on the size pump, the volume,
How many phase?
how many phase.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to suspend.
I'll second.
Doobie?
Yes.
Bach?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Woolham?
Yes.
Downey?
Yes.
Browning?
Yes. I'll make a motion to adopt and pass.
I'll second.
Doobie?
Yes.
Bach?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Woolham?
Yes.
Downey?
Yes.
Browning?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you guys for that. The water's not as important because we can always go we can go by pieces individually. We cannot go by a pump individually. That's something that's ordered. So that's why it's important to get those on order as soon as possible. All right, so we're putting in for the congressional this year. Every year we put in, so there's 2 main congressional we put into Dave Taylor's office and Marino's office, Bert Marino's office. We're gonna be putting in for Pennsylvania Avenue. That's our request this year because the one that we got for last year, we was gonna put in for the water tower again. They get more money, but you can't have 2 of the same congressional for the same project, which would be asking for more money for the same project. We can't do it. So we're gonna move over to Pennsylvania, for that request. So that'll be working on it now. It's due March. capital requests. These are usually, just so you know, people always wonder like why we don't apply for this or that. Certain grants are like, there's only certain arenas you can apply for. The capital one is typically more of the feel good, something nice for the community to improve your area. We're gonna chase out the phase 2 of Blamer Park, just so we can finish that project out. We didn't do any of the paving, parking lot, the fence on the ball field, the lights are old. We would love to try to get a restroom down there. So we're gonna chase more money for that park to try to get to finish it out, that way we can be done with the South End Park. If there's any extra money, we'd like to pave the basketball courts over on 14th, that's kind of if we get more than we expect, but that's how that goes, the next big grant we're working on, we had a meeting on it last week, I think we got it next week or the week after, we got a follow-up meeting, I think, for the ARC. The ARC Power Grant, remember I told you guys we appropriated that money for the LUV? My intent is for us to never use that money, just to be very clear. The intent for the LUV is to get another grant to be our match. The ARC Power is the grant. So typically, those are a year apart, you apply once a year. Well, what happened last year was they were late because of, you know, how the budget didn't get approved and things got moved around. They actually passed the ARC way late in the year. And now they're doing another one right back to back. So the next ARC is coming up. Is it next month, Mindy? Is it end of this month or next month?
They haven't released yet, but
Yeah.
we are prepared.
It's coming up, so it's coming up real soon. We only missed it by 4 points. When I say we did very well, and we made some blatant mistakes that we can easily fix. I think we can make up those 4 points. And the people who beat us all got it. We were the next to not. So we stand a very good chance of getting it the next go around. If we fix our mistakes and we upgrade that pack, we're gonna upgrade the package a little bit more. We stand a very good chance of getting that grant. And if that happens, the 100,000 that we had discussed won't be getting used. So my intent is to not use that money. I know there's a lot of talk online about it. The intent is not to use that money at all. The other request, I would like to get the finance committee. Who runs the finance committee? I forget you. Could we schedule a finance meeting? I would like us to figure out. We got that $3 million sitting in the bank right now. 1.5 of it's in sewer, and I forget how much of it is water. But it doesn't make sense for us to be sitting on $3 million in a bank account, and I'm fixing 52 leaks in 2 months. We're not a bank. We shouldn't be storing money. We got problems. We need to start figuring out how to fix them. So I would like us to either pull that grant. This is not the permanent investment. It's the other one that was laid in later on. We have got to figure out a way to start drawing these leaks in. We met with Jason Wellston, just a local contractor, to get a ballpark of what it would cost us if we actually subbed out some of the work not using prevailing wage. When we do this stuff through grants, we'll spend $100,000 and move 2 feet. We're doing $400,000 to do 1 block on New York Avenue, and that'll be let out here. When they get in next month?
Next month.
I think it's later this month. That's $400,000 to do 1 block. Now, it's a grant, but when we get to that prevailing wage, we spend a ton of money to get very little on the backside. As well, we just do it ourselves and probably get the same amount of work done, paying direct. So we're gonna look at some options, but we need to figure out the funding part. And obviously, you guys gotta be on board with whatever we decide to do. So I think we get the committee together, figure out what we wanna do, then we bring it to council as a whole.
Can you bring us some numbers as far as if we replace versus fixing,
Yeah.
return on investment, that kind of stuff, so then we kind of can look at that as we're planning for
So I will
next
tell you
steps?
this too, the cost of fixing is very relative because the cost of fixing never ends. It is when I say the cost of fixing, we just keep fixing
Right.
the same leaks.
So then I
In the
wonder
same
if
line
it,
and same.
It's insane. And so the issue is the crew that goes out and does it, it's Rodney Brown's crew, the water distribution. The guys are amazing. I would guarantee you that crew of people is probably the best crew in the state of Ohio for fixing live water leaks.
they have lots of experience.
They have more experience than probably anyone else in the state does. They are really good at what they do. But they can't go in, when they come in to fix a leak on a Saturday at 2 a.m., they can't replace 60-foot pipe. Just A, they don't have the material, and B, it's just not possible. So when you start replacing long lengths of pipe, you have to isolate it, test the water, send it off for sampling, comes back, and then after it passes, then you can hook taps to it and hook it back up. You can't do that while you're fixing a leak. You know what I'm saying? You fix a leak, you have to fix the leak. And the pipe goes right back to the way it was. You might put in a piece, you might put in a stick, something like that, but you can't replace sections of pipe while you're doing repairs. That's why people say, why don't you just replace it all while you're there? that's not how this works. We don't get to decide that. There's a process to replacing pipe. So you can't just do it while you're doing a repair. It has to be done individually. And the cost of doing it. Typically, like when we did, if you guys remember Second Street, when we went up through Second Street, we put all the pipe in all the way up over the hill. We dug it, trenched it, laid the pipe, put the fire hydrants in, ran it all, and we didn't hook anyone to it. We covered it up while we did it, and then when it got done, we had to test the whole pipe, and then it has to get cleared for bacteria and whatever else is in the pipe. We have to flush it. We flushed it for, you wasn't with the city back then, Ryan, you was. We flushed that for what, 2 days we flushed that pipe for?
Yep. We
We ran hydrants, and then once it's flushed out, then you get it tested. If it passes, then you go back, dig it back up, and hook all the houses to it. It's a very slow process.
That's crazy. I understand it, I mean, cause you've gotta have everything
Yeah.
right, but,
It
wow.
is a very slow and painful process, and that's why we gotta be very methodical when we do it. But doing this, just keep fixing leaks like this is insane. We gotta do something. So.
What we dug up the other night, there were 3 patches within 10 foot.
What do you think the impact of the new water plant's gonna be on this line, these old lines?
I will tell you, that's why I'm forcing so hard to get this water tower and the water line in it. If I can get the water tower in with the plant at the same time, we move right to it as the next phase 3 of the same project. We're gonna put a direct line from the plant straight to the hill. That'll actually solve a lot of our problems, because right now, we shut the pressure off. If anyone gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning and takes a shower, well, I shouldn't speak for everyone, my house, my water pressure used to be, I had to put a pressure regulator in. My water pressure would be about $1.20. It would be like pressure washing yourself in there. That's when the plant's running. Then in the evening, you go after about 7 o'clock when the plant's shut down, my water pressure drops to about 80. That big swing is unbelievably bad on your water lines.
Especially the old as they are.
Yes. We're over on McGee Lane, we have new lines out that direction, so it's not, that's why McGee, you never see water leaks on McGee, knock on wood, I just cheat the hell out of it. But we never see them over there because those water lines are new. But in the other parts of town, that swing is horrible. With this new plant, if we get the tower in with it, you'll pump right to the tower, so your weight, your pressure, your gravity will always be, your pressure will always stay the same.
constant.
It'll be the constant pressure from the tower. That's why it's so important that we move forward with this water tower, because that alone will help with the leaks. So,
What are the chances we'll be able to do that at the same time?
we already got $2 million in the 5. I mean, we are on our way, so.
So after the meeting, Roby and Karen, we'll figure out when we can get together. We would want, of course, the 2 of you,
Yep.
auditor.
I'll probably try to have, if Rodney can be here, just so you guys can
That'd be
hear from
great.
the.
Great idea.
Hear from him, because he's the guy who sees it. But yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I have, I'm sorry, that's all I have. Does he have questions for me?
Don't have too much. Remind everybody that March 15th, we need to have the cemetery cleaned up. We're gonna start cleaning up after that. We did sell the trash truck. We should receive the funds for it this week, and that's really all I got, other than water leaks, and we received some salt. Now it's 70
Let's hope we
degrees.
don't
you
need
know.
it.
But it'll still be there.
If it snows in May,
We are good to go.
Auditor, we have statement of cash position and expense report.
Yes, sir.
All right. Clerk's report.
Yes, sir.
Anything on treasurer?
She's here.
Kevin?
We balanced for 2025, that's for completely balanced, we're balanced for January, and I'm actively balancing for February, I'm very close. It takes a lot of, it's called sick and dying, so I'm working on that process.
Fantastic, thank you.
Any questions? All right, rec.
Hello.
Right.
So, as y'all know, we have spring sports coming up right now. Softball, baseball, soccer, t-ball. We have a total of 27 teams. Can you hear me now?
I don't
You
know.
can hear me.
I don't know if it was on or not.
We have a total of 27 teams. We currently have 24 sponsors for those teams. We have a total of 323 kids signed up for spring sports, which is more than last year, so that's always a plus. Opening day is going to be April 11th this year, but games will start April 6th. So I'll have more information about opening day for the parade and ceremonies and that kind of stuff soon. Our total tournaments for the year are 9. I thought it was in our best interest to cancel the pre-junior high softball tournament due to it's a new league. I just started it this year. They're behind, we're behind, and I just think that it's kind of, I don't want to put our girls in the wrong spot, getting them into the tournament too early. So I thought it was in their best interest for everybody to cancel that one. But we still have 9 tournaments on the schedule. And speaking of the junior high softball, we are going to be hosting all of the home games. There will be some away games, but we'll be hosting games every single weekend throughout their tournament, which is a 6-week period. So that will keep our fields busy on those weekends. And then on March 14th, we have a 5K. It is St. Patty's theme. So I'm sure you've all seen the shirt on Facebook. It is one of our own on it, and it is super cute. You can pre-order the shirt or run the 5K and get a shirt for free. So that's all I got.
Any questions? All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Fire.
Not a whole lot going on in this particular time for fire department. We're just answering calls. Zoning and code enforcement, our rental inspections are underway. We're averaging 17 to 20 a week. And I'm switching gears to focus on what I call trashy properties now. I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but I mean properties that need cleaned and have a lot of trash on them. So that's where we're at. And then the police chief and I are working together on junk cars that are parked on city streets. So that's all I have, unless you have questions for me.
I do have one question. We talked probably over a year ago about getting grant money for tornado sirens. Have we moved anywhere towards that?
Yes, the county applied for the tornado sirens, but they did not get the grant for that. But they did, they applied for 4, I believe, for Jackson County. But what was the end result? It was something to do with the federal budget too, right?
They just didn't get them.
We just didn't get them, right? But yeah, it was, we did put forth the effort to get the information in the grant, didn't receive it. So I'll have to check with Robert and see if we're gonna apply again for fiscal year 2027, so.
That was the federal grant they're applying.
Yeah, it was federal money.
Against places that actually have tornadoes, so it was kind of a hard sell.
All right. John?
Last meeting, I talked a little bit about police cars. I complained about police cars, I guess, if we're being honest. 2 of the cars I talked about, well, actually all 3, one of them's in the process of getting upfitted. It'll be put on the street hopefully within the next 2 weeks. We're hoping before the next council meeting it'll be in service. The other 2 that I spoke about they had damaged engines, and we've come to the conclusion that we can't replace it for cheaper than what we can fix it for, so we decided to move forward and fix those. We're going to have about $20,000 in fixing those cars. It's like 11 in one and 9 in the other to fix them. But I think that further proves our point that we need to start buying new, because all the cars that have broken down are ones that we bought used. The ones that we bought brand new even 11 years ago are still running. So.
And I have to laugh because I remember how excited we were about those new cars.
Yeah.
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 Those new used cars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we moved that 160 out off that bond, the permanent investment bond, and we put it in the checking account. We'll probably be bringing that to you in a whole package, but 60,000 of it's probably going to go towards buy a new car this year. Probably by the next council meeting, we'll have all that put together. That money can go probably into the general fund, but we'll probably put 60K there and 100K towards, it'll be towards something in the water department. I don't know what yet. We'll figure that part out, but that'll be happening probably by the next meeting. We'll have it all put together. It takes, even if you ordered a car right now, we wouldn't get it for, what, 8 weeks?
I'm sure there's probably about a 2-month lead time on them.
So even if we order one now, we won't have it till summer. The cars are just getting old out there. I mean, you look at them, they're just getting beat down, so it's time, we gotta do something, so. We talked about it last year, we knew it coming into this budget, so.
Anybody have any questions? Joe, I'm sorry I skipped you. Do you have anything?
I had anything, I'll let you know.
Okay. anything else? All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Do we have an executive session?
It's just on there in case we need it.
Oh,
You want
okay,
one?
so we
If
don't.
you want one.
Do you have a
Do,
question?
no, it was on there, I just didn't.
Yeah, she's just been leaving it on there.
We just do
Okay.
cookies if you want one.